Well, hello everyone. My name is Christopher Brooks. I'm the innovation reporter here at the Democrat and Chronicle, and over the weeks I've somehow evolved into the go-to person for this new Pokemon Go craze. And so I'm coming to you today and we're talking about the game and all the social implications of the game since it's been launched. I'm joined here by Thomas Haughey. He's the CEO of Rochester On Tap events, and they've been putting on these last couple of weeks bar crawls that are Pokemon focused, and I brought him in here today to talk about the game and all the social structures around it. So thanks for joining me, Thomas.
Thank you, Chris, for having me here today.
So the first thing I want you to talk about is these crawls, because it seems like you've melded two things that us young adults really like: the game and being able to go out and socialize and have a few drinks. So how did that come about, and what's going on with that?
It's a great question. Our generation has this view, almost nostalgic view of Pokemon. Growing up, the red version, the yellow version, the blue version, and it was one of those that a buddy of mine and I were sitting around and we were like, what are two things that people like to do right now in our generation? Well, we are people that like to go out, right, maybe have some drinks, socialize,
right.
And then we're sitting there thinking, well, people love Pokemon. Like, what is this craze that's taking over not only Rochester, but this nation? And we decided, you know what? Why don't we just decide to bring both of those aspects together? We thought of it as an opportunity for people to engage in something that they have played before, maybe in a different type of manner, or as well as an ability to network, socialize, and meet with other people that they may or may never have met before.
That's true. And you've had one already, and there's another one coming up.
Correct. Yeah, we had one on July 22nd, and it was a massive success. We had over 300 participants. We went to 9 different bars. The experience itself was amazing. It wasn't even just about the numbers. It was about meeting people. There, including myself, there were people that I would have never thought that I would have met, and the ability to network with them, to talk, discuss, and share ideas about just Pokemon and life itself was exceptional. And then today, absolutely. Today, tonight starting at 6 p.m. check-in, 8 p.m. we kick off. We will be starting again at Brickwood Grill, 250 Monroe Avenue, and we will be going to 7 different bars, new ones. We will be going to 2 of the ones that we went to last time because they were fan favorites. And we will be giving away raffle prizes, or we have a raffle for giveaways. Everybody will get drink discounts. We think it's going to be a lot of fun again. A lot of people are looking forward to it. A lot of people that went last time are coming back to it because they look at it and they go, this isn't just about Pokemon, this is about an experience.
Exactly, because historically, like we had talked about before, gamers are some of these isolated people and they don't really go out as often. They like to stay in their room or stay in their little corner somewhere and play their game. But one of the beautiful things I think that's been happening with Pokemon Go, it's been actually having people come outside, because that's how you catch the Pokemon. So it's naturally making people be more social. Yeah. I mean, I know you do the crawls, but do you envision some other sort of social structure that you can build around the game to bring the gamers that are usually inside, bring them out more other than crawls?
Absolutely. Following the July 22nd crawl, we had a lot of people that that night that came up and said, this is something that I would never have done before. Right. This is something that is not normal for me to do, but because it was a hybrid of a game they love and something that many of them at our age do at home, you sit around and have a beer, you can now engage. And so they asked, what are we gonna, are you guys gonna do more? And we're absolutely like, yes, we are. We have a barbecue this Saturday, which brings 2 different Pokemon Go training groups together. We're gonna be meeting up at Charlotte. We're gonna have some food available for them. It's just gonna be a time of just enjoying each other's company, playing games, doing some trivia, catching Pokemon. There are a ton of Pokestops up there. Yeah, of course. So it's going to be I think it's going to be a great time. And then we see other events out of this, such as having a Pokemon trivia night at Brickwood, where people can go there. They can, as they say, spit their knowledge about what they know about the former Pokemons and new Pokemons. We'll give giveaways. And then, for this community, which often has a stigma of isolated individuals who stay at home and don't want to engage. You know, we're trying to be that medium to help them break that stigma, break that that shell, and come outside and see other people that are just like you, but are willing to socialize. You know, and if somebody can moderate that for them, we're happy to help them with that.
Better. You had mentioned Charlotte Beach, and that's one of the things that's sort of been popping up here in town. We got these little pockets across the city where like people congregate to and collect Pokemon and chat and strategize about the game. But you know, one of the other things that's been interesting these last couple of weeks is, you know, when you get all these people together, there's still this need to, you know, be respectful of property, be respectful of each other. You know, we've heard things about different parts of the city where, you know, people aren't on their best behavior. But that's still an important aspect of meeting with each other too, just as much as catching a Pikachu or catching a Bulbasaur, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, admittedly, it is disheartening to hear some of the stories that are coming out about these locations that offer great opportunity to engage socially, to play the game, but that there are, you know, some individuals that don't want to adhere to just the human tenets of society or of the environment, you know, respecting public places. One of the great things about these Pokemon groups that we've started, you know, the trainers group that we have online, is that people bring up these issues and it's addressed amongst everybody.
Nice.
You know,
Nice.
I was on there this morning. There was a gentleman who discussed having seen you know, something horrible, you know, and seeing some trash as well, and he brought it up, and it was, you know, so now everybody in that group is on the alert for somebody who, you know, if we're seeing something negative, to police ourselves.
Wow, like a sort of organic policing of our own thing. Because that, you know, if we don't do that, then we'll always get the negative stereotype of us trainers bombarding some place and not paying attention to the roles or not paying attention to somebody else because our eyes are down on the game and we're not paying attention. So that's probably the only way we can mitigate that, to make sure we're on our best behavior when we're out in public and catching Pokemon together, and people don't, you know, attach a stereotype to us.
Absolutely. You know, it's genuinely being an ambassador for the game through your actions and through how you conduct yourself. You know, this game is wonderful, but as with anything that goes viral or is a phenom, is that, you know, you do have, you know, some pockets of people that take it too far, and it's our responsibility as fellow, not just trainers, but as human beings, you know, to police them, you know, and to hold up the integrity of the game. You know, a lot of the game was based, you know, built on data, and so the company, you know, didn't always know where some of these Pokestops would have ended up at, and you know, but it's up to you to use common sense to not, you know, go into certain areas that you should not be in. You know, and when you break that, you ruin that. You ruin the integrity for other people, you know, because now there's a stigma put on the trainers being, oh, well, you know, they're not respectful people, you know, and I've met many people that are very respectful, that play the game for the love of it, that socialize for the enjoyment of it, and adhere to just understanding what you should and shouldn't do.
There are places that I think businesses really enjoy the fact that they're Pokestops, and I wonder if you see actual companies here in town being able to leverage the fact that they're a Pokestop to help their, you know, their companies.
Absolutely. I think, you know, there's been talks, you know, and we've been approached about how do we leverage a Pokestop outside of our business, or how do we leverage a Pokestop, our business being a Pokestop, you know, whether, you know, and it's easier for, I think, in my humble opinion, for bars and restaurants to leverage it in a sense, because they can offer secondary items, you know, being, you know, drinks and food. But if, you know, if you were to have company X have a Pokestop and maybe they don't offer a service or a product, a physical product, but it's more of a service, how do they leverage that? And I think there are absolutely opportunities for them to think outside the box and say, you know what, there's going to be people congregating here no matter what. How am I engaging them? For churches, you know, how are, you know, if they become a Pokestop, they have a chance to do outreach amongst these people if they want it, you know. So it's one of those that it absolutely transcends just being a game, and it can really get its fingers into many different industries.
Well, good. So is there any previous information or any sign up or any website we need to go to make sure if we want to come to the crawl tonight, we need to go to?
Absolutely, yeah. For tonight, you can actually head over to, if you Facebook, Rochester Poke Go Bar Crawl 2.0.
Okay.
You will go to that, you'll see the Facebook page, and on there will be an Eventbrite sign up. We use Eventbrite. You can actually go to eventbrite.com and search Rochester Pokemon Go Bar Crawl 2.0, and it will come up as well. But you can go to, and then, that would be the best way to go. Is we try to leverage social media as a way because that's mostly what people use nowadays. You know, I guess we could hand out physical tickets as well, but it's easier and we reach more people, and I think more people are engaged that way.
Well, good. So, how many people are you expecting this time?
Tonight we're expecting about 50 to 75 people on a crawl.
Nice.
This is, admittedly, it won't be the 300. Some bars are happy that it's not 300.
Yeah, of course.
We have pictures up on our site that show the crawl last time, and fitting 300 people into a bar can sometimes be troublesome.
Especially they didn't know beforehand too. Yeah.
We try to keep all of our participating bars up to date. What we do is we send a group ahead of time that will get there in advance, let them know how many numbers are coming, how many people are coming, make sure they're properly staffed. But we do checks every 2 to 3 days in advance with the bars to make sure, hey, these are the numbers, these are what you should expect, this is what you need to know to logistically execute on what's happening that night. So,
Great.
But yeah, it should be a good time tonight. We'll be out. We're going to be out coming down Monroe up onto East Avenue. We're going to be doing one big circle. For you trainers, you'll be able to hatch 2 km eggs during that time during your walk.
Good.
All the poke stops will be lured for you, and we have every bar has a poke shot. And we are a poke shot, yeah.
Okay.
And we hope that you guys attempt to complete the Victory Road Challenge, which is 1 shot at every bar.
Nice.
And you'll be entered into a big giveaway at the end of the night as well.
Perfect. Well, it sounds like a great time. Again, I'm Khristopher Brooks. I'm writing about Pokemon Go for the D&C from here and until forever, I guess, until this thing cools down. But I want to thank Thomas for joining me, and you guys could always check out my future stories on DemocratandChronicle.com. Thank you so much.